G'day guys. We went to work this morning, went to the first job, and the guy's decided he wants to sell his house rather than do the works. So well, that's fine, we'll get on to a new job next week. But now I've got nothing left to do for today, and it's raining, it's hammering down. Beautiful Cairns weather. Isn't that cool? So I quickly ran home, grabbed the dog, grabbed the camera, we come and bought a couple of things in town. Oh, some paint and stuff. We're gonna head to the boat, go do some more sanding, do a little bit of work there, clean some stuff up. That's about all we can do today now. And it's a long weekend, so now I've got an extra long weekend. Woohoo! Gotta love an extra long weekend. 4 days off, better get to the boat. Yeah, so we're sanding away all the stuff. I've tried a bit of this walnut stain, because this stuff, where is it? There it is. This plastic wood filling cement is really good at filling in these holes nice and solid, but you do end up with a bit of a brighter colour. But you can see on this one, I added a little bit of the stain on there. So we'll get a little bit of a darker little patch, darker stain patch. And I think that looks pretty good. Let me know what you reckon. Should we just go a little bit of a lighter stain, maybe try and get a bit closer to this colour rather than having dark little imprints. But this cement is fantastic. So much better than any of the putties that I've used. Let me know. Now, next thing to look at. This beam, clean it right back. We've sanded it right back. I've just been trying to sand all the little corners and stuff. We're just doing a lot of cleaning up and sanding in here as we prep everything and get it all ready to come back together. Can't wait to get this hatch back together. But anyway, we've got a previously cleaned out and filled crack right here. That when this is all let go, that's obviously allowed this to flex a little bit. This here is only going to here. So when you walk on top of this little bit of deck, this bounces, this has got a crack. And it's also got a crack down here. So two options. I'm thinking with this one beam here. Now the beam's pretty good at both ends. I don't really want to rip it all out like I did this end and this end to put in new beams. I just want to repair this. So what I'm actually thinking is getting a couple of stainless plates made up, one on either side, bolt, 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 with a bit of epoxy adhesive in this area here. So that way it's just got the strength from a couple of bolted through plates holding the weight over those two cracks. I let's have a look at these doors. Make sure that one, bottom hinge is missing the pin. So I've just got the top hinge pin in at the moment, but it still fits. It needs a pin down the bottom there. But I just want to make sure the door's still good, you know? And that's the head. Fantastic. This one's got no hinges on the side here, but what I want to do is just see how it sits. Whoa, don't drop. She's pretty close. That's fantastic, okay. I'll be able to get that up into that curve still. We'll get that back to that side. That. Look at that, that's nice and tight there, just off there. So we only need to give the doors a slight shave and get some new hinges. Slight shade. That's actually pretty good down the bottom. A little bit of repair needed on the door here. A little chunk taken out. But otherwise, that's fantastic. I hadn't even test fitted the door yet from when we did that. So there was an old label on here. Does anybody know what this old label was? Large label. Doesn't matter. We'll make something up. We'll figure something out, or we'll just putty it up and leave it as it is. So that door says head, that one doesn't say anything. It's off to the bedrooms. Anyway, they are still sitting nice and flat and solid, and after a good sand and another clear coat, they're just going to be beautiful, aren't they? Just absolutely beautiful. That's what I'm after. Oh. Very good. And now I just got to check that door. Oh, shit. Gotcha. And then we better take these home and finish cleaning them up. They're looking really nice. Alright, I'm going to go over the other one and just test the other door as well. Now, this is just a plain door. Plain Jane. Missing hinges. Make sure she still fits in the space. I haven't really changed anything here, so I should just, it's just the floor that's changed. Okay. A little bit of adjustment. Glue that back in. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut some off the bottom of the door, but that's okay, that fits. Just a little bit of buzzing and that'll be perfect. When it comes to this door, I'm going to have to make something that looks similar, aren't I? Oh, it's almost the right size. So it'll be similar to that. I'm just holding off on doing the final bit of a grind that I want to do on all the fiberglass in there, because it's just really dirty work, and I'm going to end up so covered in fiberglass and everything, just doing around where the master bed is, up around the walls. That's an end of the day job. That's an end of the day job. Alright, what we're going to do is we'll keep sanding. I've got to sand all this area out, get that finished, Doors are still nice and straight. They have been built so well. They are so straight. Everything still sits nicely in this. We will finish off a little piece for here, just to make that look nice as well. And get it looking the same as the others. A little bit of movement in that one. Clean that right up. Right, let's keep going. Now I need to get a thicknesser. I really want to buy a thicknesser, and because when it comes to putting down the flooring, she's raining now, the water's still running down through a hole here and dripping down into the boat, and it's raining through up here as well. I really want to get this hatching so I can start doing this end of the boat. But yeah, we've got to seal up this edge over here. Finish sealing up the little strip of deck on that side of the boat. Hopefully the wet season goes away soon. Doing my neck. So I've just run over all these areas up here, because at the moment we've only got the, I don't know if you remember, but when I did this half to here, the joins on top of this piece. So this board comes across and halfway onto here. And on this one, I ended up running around and doing strips. I traced it all and I ran strips of fiberglass mesh over all the areas where it was going to sit on top of a bit of timber, because I figured that I'd get to that and fill in the piece. It was going to be quicker. In my mind, it was quicker, it was easier, it was the way to go. But then, when I did this side, I thought, what am I doing? Let's just put a full piece over the entire panel and then stick that on. So this side is a full piece, whereas the other side is just strips, as you can see. So I've got to make sure because that's still the honeycomb there, I've got to make sure we do a finish. Fill this area right in with some fiberglass all through. And this area's already got fiberglass all the way across. So that just needs to be sanded, primed, and coated. I should have done that both sides, but I didn't. So just making more work for myself. It's just what everyone does building a boat, I guess. Is figure it out as you go. And we are going to have to get some fiberglassing done in these sections all through here, just to seal all this up. And these need a final sand up as well before we get to coating any of this stuff. We're going to have to give it another sand. Everything needs another sand. Just keep sanding. Just keep sanding. Yeah, yeah, yeah.